Hump Day. Welcome to Frontline. 6 o'clock here on the East Coast. It's the 43rd and hopefully the last day of the government shutdown, because on Capitol Hill, House members will vote tonight to adopt the Senate bill to end the longest shutdown in history. More on that in just a minute. We're going to be following up on developments throughout the hour as they take to the floor. Also, the White House says thanks to the shutdown, key economic data may never be released.
The Democrats may have permanently damaged the federal statistical system with October CPI and jobs reports likely never being released. And all of that economic data released will be permanently impaired.
Great job, Democrats. And Gavin Newsom's former chief of staff has been indicted for allegedly stealing campaign funds from former HHS Secretary Javier Becerra. The aide, Dana Williamson, allegedly worked with Becerra's former chief of staff to funnel over $200 grand from a dormant campaign account. We're going to follow this real closely. But first, the silver lining to this shutdown is an expose on how much money is wasted on bad government programs. Let's do this. So we're waiting for, I guess, permission in some respect from the House to reopen the government, and it's pretty clear why Democrats did what they did, anything to hurt Trump, right?
According to a CBO estimate, the Democrat shutdown could end up decreasing fourth quarter economic growth by 2 whole percentage points.
Yeah, there it is. Okay, couldn't have Trump succeed. But the silver lining to this whole thing is it exposed a whole lot of things that we're funding that we either shouldn't be at all, or at least should do a whole lot better job about being accountable about.
Let's talk about the Affordable Health Care Act, okay?
It's terrible.
Landmark legislation is not perfect. We understand that. Democrats, Republicans, independents,
an understatement.
70% of Americans, not Democrats, not just independents, 70% of Americans believe that they should increase those subsidies past the dead mark of December.
I mean, surprise, 70% of high-risk Americans want the government to pay for their health care. Dude, find a new poll, bro. But here's the bigger issue. I mean, this just reinvigorated the centerpiece of this whole debate. How bad Obamacare legislation really was and still is, which has only been tabled, by the way, for 2 months. We're going to do this whole thing again in January. Keep in mind, the Democrats made all this hay for like 40-something days, and they didn't get any of the things that they were complaining about, and then voted to reopen it anyway for a CR for like 60 days. I mean, I just want to go back to pre-COVID spending. It was like half of what it is today. Is that too much to ask? Look, of course, everybody wants a healthcare subsidy because health insurance has ballooned by a factor of 10 in some cases for the average family, and no reasonable person on an average salary can afford it by themselves anymore. And the reason why that is because insurance companies, they realized as soon as the government was subsidizing things that they could basically charge whatever they want, just like colleges did. Those insurance companies have been posting record profits for years since Obamacare came in. Some cases double the profits from the previous year, but they don't lower rates for us. No, just take our tax dollars and then take our other dollars. While simultaneously, drugs, medications, and even actual care is costing more and more. And the government subsidies paid for it with your tax dollars were the only thing holding back this dam of adjustment in your premium. This shutdown has really exposed that. Nobody's premiums got cheaper after Obamacare. Did you notice that? Well, I should say nobody, but the government started doling out money, and the subsidies just got bigger and bigger and bigger, and the insurance charged more and more and more because care providers started charging more. And because there were more people insured, simple supply and demand. And we didn't make more doctors overnight. So there's less doctors to go around because more people are getting health insurance or health care. Insurance companies, at a minimum, kept charging the same amount to you and I, and then just added the price of whatever the available subsidy was on top of it. So if your premium was previously $2,500 a month, for your family, you likely kept probably paying $2,500 a month. In many cases, way more than that. In fact, let me take that back. Only the people that had cheaper premiums from this are the ones that made the system. Think about this. The people who really needed Obamacare, so the pre-existing conditions or whatever like that, high-risk individuals, they're the ones who needed these subsidies because they couldn't get health insurance on an open market because it cost a lot, okay? And those are the only people. It hurt everybody else, which is the bulk majority of people needing health care. This has reinvigorated that entire debate. Like I told you the other day about that poor Vermont family that will give up, their premiums are going to go up $33,000 a year. They can't afford that. Nobody can. Democrats made those subsidies expire, though, when they passed this bill. And the reason why everybody is faced with higher health care costs is just simply because health care companies could charge more, and nobody made any laws telling them they couldn't. The other side of this is the amount of people we now know, or at least called attention to, that are on SNAP benefits. Why the hell are 42 million people in this country receiving food subsidies? For as much as, some of them are more than $4,000 a month. Look, folks, I eat a lot. Like, my wife calls it feeding. She doesn't even call it dinner anymore. I eat 3 to 5 pounds of red meat a day. I eat at least a dozen eggs, sprinkle in another 3 to 4 meals most day with 8 protein shakes, and I spend $4,000 a month. I eat more than most entire families, and I can barely reach the $4,000 mark. What are these people buying that costs $4,000? I mean, here you go. Caviar on Amazon for $70. That's SNAP eligible. These are the issues that have now been addressed in January, and they're going to have to be addressed when the CR runs out in 2 months. Now, here's my proposal. I told you about how neither side wants to get rid of the filibuster because it gives them top cover for not passing extreme legislation of the wings of either party, like SNAP coverage, like health care stuff. So, Republicans and Mike Johnson, I really hope you're watching, put up a constitutional amendment to enshrine the filibuster into law. This was like, go or get off the pot sort of thing. Jeffrey said it should be abolished once before. Now he says he wants it, but kindly point out that Trump agrees that he wants to abolish it. This would require a 2/3 vote in both chambers to put a constitutional amendment together. And when, not if, when Democrats don't support it and it doesn't pass as a constitutional amendment, eliminate it. Because that tells you exactly what they're going to do the next time they get in charge. Because if they don't vote for it, that means they're going to eliminate it. So let's beat them to it. I always say, when they speak, listen to them.
Cleaning up the corruption that exists in Washington, D.C., in the Congress, at the Supreme Court, and of course with the Trump administration, the most corrupt administration in American history.
They're making assertions. They're laying out what their intentions are. They're going to impeach Donald Trump again if they get the opportunity. They're going to investigate the heck out of everything and anything with no evidence whatsoever. They're not going to work in the best interest of the American people. They're not there for that. And when they talk, listen very carefully.
I'm going to tell you what's going to happen. A Democrat is going to be elected in 2028. You know that. I know that. It's going to be a Democratic House. It's going to be a Democratic Senate. The Democratic president is going to announce a special transition advisory committee on the reform of the Supreme Court. And they're going to recommend that the number of Supreme Court justices go from 9 to 13.
They're going to pack the court, too. And a 9 Supreme Court, maybe they should make that a constitutional amendment as well. Like, if anything comes out of this shutdown, it should be that Republicans know exactly where Democrats stand and how far they'll go. So propose these 2 constitutional amendments. If Democrats don't agree with them, that tells you everything you need to know. And then Republicans better prepare. Because while Republicans are worried about, like decorum and the high road and customs and PR strategies and consultants and whatever, Democrats are literally planning their version of a political D-Day. Should they ever get back in power. They'll probably make D.C. and Puerto Rico a state, too. Add 4 more senators. Good luck with that, Republicans. We'll lose the Senate. I also tell you, if Republicans don't start doing also what they said they were going to do, the things that they promised us, Democrats will never relinquish power, because it's going to be game over for Republicans forever, because not enough people are going to go to the polls come the next election. Peter Navarro, Trump Senior Counselor for Trade and Manufacturing. Sir, all this going on, economic data not being released, all these things. Meanwhile, most people are just trying to put gas in their car and their kids in school and put food in their lunchbox.
Carl, the Democrat con job right now is to blame Donald Trump for Biden's legacy inflation. This can't work. I mean, the solutions they're offering will basically destroy this country. What I think we need to do is have a sober and clear-eyed discussion about inflation, one by one. You got shelter, then housing, you got food, you got transportation, and kind of go through the difference between Biden and Trump and show the great progress we are making here in the Trump administration against the backdrop, Carl, that this all takes time. This all takes time. There's some things you can flip a switch on. Let me give you an example. The difference between chicken prices and egg prices out of control versus beef prices. It's about 6 months, Carl, from the egg to the slaughterhouse for chickens. That's a manageable short amount of time. It's about 3 years for beef cattle. So you're not surprised to know that we've already solved the chicken problem, the egg problem. Brooke Rollins at Ag went right at this at the request of Donald Trump. We solved that one. But the cattle one is going to be more difficult just because it takes time to breed cattle and restore the herds. If you look at that, shelter is really interesting, Carl. The lag there is 18 months in order to get a policy in place and to see material benefit. Trump's only been in office for 10 months,
right,
and they're blaming him, the Democrats are blaming him for high rents. So what we have to do is and what we're doing at the White House is we're feeling the pain of America, number one. Number two, we're going piece by piece, looking at each of the contributors at a micro level that feed in to the consumer price index and addressing that forcefully with policies which are basically the mirror image of what was Biden doing to get us into it.
Right.
And then the other part of the equation, Carl, is the wage side, the affordability side. I mean, look, if inflation is going up, but your real inflation-adjusted wages are going up faster, affordability is improving, things are getting better, your purchasing power increases. And the data here is really interesting, Carl. In the first term, Trump saw real wages rise by 8%, biggest in history. In Biden's, they went down by 3%. That's a huge double-digit swing. So this is what we're trying to do. And one last thing I should say, Carl. Go ahead.
Yeah, so, but in this whole thing, like, look, I talk about eliminating the filibuster. Yes, it would be an unprecedented move. But, like, here's the thing. What's stopping us from just saying, you know what, we're getting rid of the filibuster because you Democrats are sticks in the mud and you don't want to do anything anyway. We're going back to pre-COVID budgets, so we stop printing so much darn money, so we stop devaluing the dollar. Like, why can't, like, we got here because the last administration did extreme stuff. We kind of need to do that. We Republicans only hold the line. We never come back, okay? Why can't we just do something serious here? And a lot of people would be like, yes, thank God, they did something.
Well, that one is outside the scope of what I do, but what I can tell you is if you look at what the Democrat Party stands for now and what Joe Biden actually did, it was basically a bonfire of inflation.
Yeah.
If you look at the massive fiscal stimulus coupled with the war on fossil fuels, that alone was enough to ignite inflation in both food and housing. If you think about food, it was like driving up the price of fertilizer because oil creates fertilizer, driving up the transportation costs. If you look at housing, the inflation that Biden created drove up interest and mortgage rates and put a halt to everything. And everything we do, Carl, and I was there for all 4 years of the first term, everything we do is designed to boost real wages and decrease inflation. And some things are going to move faster than other things. I mean, if you look at the miracle of oil price, I mean, we went down from the mid-70s on oil all the way down to the low 60s. Yeah. I mean, that's a huge percentage thing. But again, things take time because that'll take time to filter through. Right. In terms of the fertilizer prices, things like that, and getting things to the grocery store.
Yeah. Well,
so we're working hard on this, but we can't let what the Democrats did to Reagan happen in the 2026 congressional elections, Carl.
28.
We have a template for this. Reagan came in with a humongous inflation problem, and he basically put in place his supply side fixes. He had Paul Volcker at his side doing that.
Right.
They broke the back of inflation, but the pain was still in evidence in the midterm elections, and we lost the House there, and we got gridlock. We cannot let those SOBs in Democrat land, the AOCs, the Jeffries, these people want to take what we have, including our freedom,
and burn it out.
I know that personally, and they're going to lie about inflation.
Yeah. Well, I tell you, if anything else, I actually have been looking for small to medium beef farms to actually purchase myself, because I think that is going to be a currency coming in the next few years. So, Peter Navarro, we do appreciate it, sir.
By the way, if you eat that much beef every day, I think you should have your own farm at your house there.
I've got some good friends who make sure I'm well fed. But Peter Navarro, we appreciate it, sir.
All right, my brother. Always a pleasure, Carl.
All right. Coming up, a left-wing campaign for accountability group is going after one of Trump's former lawyers and now serving government official. More lawfare against the Trump circle that is just ridiculous. We got those details next. Oh, but first, the FDA initiating the removal of the misleading black box warnings on hormone replacement therapy products. But I thought Trump was getting rid of women's health. That's what they told us. We got Jillian Michaels sounding off on that next.
From the moment Israel launched Operation Rising Lion, Newsmax was there.
We have some major breaking news. Israel launches strikes, preemptive strikes, almost 4 in the morning.
Israel has decided enough's enough.
What happened tonight was inevitable.
Something just caught my attention of, it sounds like afterburners overhead.
Reporting multiple explosions across the capital, Tehran.
I'm in a shelter now. There's 6 of us.
Benjamin Netanyahu has come out to make a statement.
Our fight is not with you. Our fight is with the brutal dictatorship. We have risen like lions to defend ourselves.
Iran cannot have a nuclear weapon.
Whenever the biggest news breaks, Newsmax is there for you, because we're real news for real people.
My employees and I want to thank all of you at Newsmax for your continued support of MyPillow. It's because of you and the grace of God that we're making it through. And to thank you, we're bringing you the best offers ever. Get our MyPillow bed sheets, only $29.88. Any color, any style, any size, even kings, regularly $119.98, now only $29.88. Our My Towels are finally back in stock. Get a 6-piece My Towel set, regular $69.98, now only $39.98. Towels that actually work. What a concept. And for the first time and the only time ever, you're going to get our limited edition premium My Pillows. They're made with Giza cotton and a designer gusset. Queen $17.98, Kings only $19.98. So go to mypillow.com or call the number on your screen. Use your promo code when you order today. Inventory for these offers are extremely limited, and once they're gone, they're gone.
When Betty and George switched to consumer cellular, it saved them a lot. So they started splurging on date night. No, don't you dare. It's an acquired taste. See how we can cut your bill. Call Consumer Cellular.
Well, another day, another movement by Trump's HHS making America healthy again. Earlier this week, in an effort to advance women's health, they said he didn't care about that, but here he is. HHS asked companies to drop the long misleading FDA warnings on hormone replacement therapy known as HRT. In a press release, the FDA stated, after more than 2 decades of fear and misinformation surrounding HRTs, the FDA is initiating the removal of broad black box warnings for HRT products for menopause. And this is not the only type of hormone replacement therapy they're talking about. The talk of testosterone for men is actually on the table, too. Jillian Michaels, host of Keeping It Real Conversations with Jillian Michaels podcast. Let's go with women first.
Yeah.
Huge news. This is like decades that they were just lying about this stuff.
It's so sad when you think about an entire generation of women that suffered for no reason. And you know what? I remember 2 decades ago thinking this was so dangerous and worrying about my mom being on it. And it was when I started listening to people like Dr. Peter Attia, who have said quite literally, this is one of the most botched medical travesties of all time. And to give him credit, I was fortunate enough to interview him for 2 hours about this. And he was one of the most vocal working to make this happen. And thank God it did, because women can really benefit from this.
But why did this black box want to get on there in the first place if it's something that's just patently false in some areas?
It has to do with how they interpreted the research. Now, you can ask why they may have interpreted it this way. If we wanted to be conspiratorial.
Which we do here.
We do? Okay.
Sometimes, because we're usually right.
If we were to be conspiratorial, it would be the fact that you cannot patent bioidentical hormones. And menopause comes with potentially a suite of medical issues and side effects that you can medicate. Now, again, this is conjecture.
Right.
But having said that, what they did unquestionably, and I have, a 2-hour conversation about arguably far worse, though.
Yeah.
Arguably far worse. And I can explain what happened with ivermectin if we were to be conspiratorial, is that this is a medication.
Well, let me get my tinfoil.
Oh, yeah, get your hat and then wrap your whole body, because this one's pretty intense.
Yeah.
So this is a medication that had been on the market for 30 years, won a Nobel Prize, had pretty much no side effects, and was used for babies who accidentally caught scabies, right? But if a therapeutic was working to treat COVID, they could not push the vaccine or the shot, however you'd like to refer to it, through an emergency use loophole.
So let's get to men, TRT for men. Testosterone levels now of your average 20-year-old are what they were for a 70-year-old 20 years ago.
Yeah. Yes. Okay. There are a lot of reasons that the experts think this is happening, and it has to do with everything from environmental toxins, being too sedentary, not getting enough sun, excess body fat, all things that are going to compromise the body's ability to make enough testosterone or make someone hypogonadal. Forgive me for saying that on your show,
Science
but
stuff.
essentially, your testicles are not making you enough testosterone. That's basically what that means. Now, what the experts advise is that you should lift the big rocks first, and no pun intended. What I mean is get sun, move more, do heavy weightlifting in the gym on your lower body, make sure that you get all your micronutrients, your vitamins and minerals, which are the building blocks of these hormones. Take care of that first. See your doctor, have them monitor you with your labs. And many of the experts in this space suggest utilizing cream, because when you utilize cream, you can keep testosterone levels even throughout the week, whereas injections create a spike and a crash, and that doesn't mimic the way your body would naturally make and utilize testosterone.
Speaking of testosterone, men in women's sports, the U.S. Olympics is going to say, I don't think we're going to do this anymore after men just dominated female sports.
I'm trying so hard to be positive about this, and I want to give. There's a new sheriff in town apparently who was previously an Olympic athlete, and she has said enough is enough. But the way they're having to frame this is so exceptionally frustrating. Even though we should all just take the win, and it's like, we commissioned a new study, and you know what? It seems like men might have better athleticism than women.
No.
We're not sure.
We have evidence, but
it's crazy. But there's some new research to suggest, and the truth of the matter is, there's a robust amount of data that has told us this for years, outside of what is observationally obvious. So we take the win, and we're happy about it.
Right. And look, you want to be trans? Fine, go ahead. Just don't do it against my daughter.
Your personal freedoms. Trans people should be treated with dignity and respect, and given equal access to opportunity. That said, the personal choices of another do not infringe on the freedoms and the opportunities of biological females.
You need to put that on a plaque, because that's...
Happy to.
Jillian Michaels, appreciate it. Appreciate you coming in.
Thank you for having me.
All right, coming up, the Democrats still have really no leader, but Charlemagne the God seems to think that one congresswoman is up for the role because she's a phenomenal messenger. Right, cool. Got that in our Culture Clash next.
Think you need a new roof? Think again and save thousands.
We're America's most trusted roofer because we always try to save your roof rather than replace it.
We'll restore your roof for a fraction of the cost of a new one. Call now or scan the code and we'll give you an assessment of your roof for free.
What kind of gift can $39 get you these days? It could send someone overseas, drop them in their ancestral village, and give them a taste of their heritage. From mom's side and dad's side. it can open a whole new world of faraway places and fascinating people that make them who they are today. That's a big gift for a small price.
Hey guys, Viagra is not your only option. Rose Sparks act fast and stay active longer. They aren't pills. Sparks dissolve under your tongue to reach your bloodstream for speedy results. Sildenafil starts things off strong, and Tadalafil stays in your system for longer. More confidence, more control. Rose Sparks. Connect with a provider at ro.co/sparks.
A lot of accidents happen up on ladders, especially this time of the year, trying to clean out clogged gutters. You don't want to be next. That's why homeowners choose Leaf Guard, the only seamless one-piece leaf shedding and rainwater management system with a clog-free guarantee. Remember, Leaf Guard's attached to the fascia using our patented hanger system with screws, not nails. We guarantee it's not coming down. And if you call during this program, you can take advantage of our double savings sale. We're going to double your savings to 20% off a complete Leaf Guard system. Double your bonus to a $200 Visa gift card with purchase, and double your free gift. Receive a $100 gift card with your in-home estimate. And the first 50 homeowners who call will receive a vacation voucher with Leaf Guard purchase. Call 1-800-541-1274. That's 1-800-541-1274.
Yeah, with Leaf Guard, I haven't had any clogs at all. And I used to a lot. So I'm looking forward to many more years with my Leaf Guard system.
And with Leaf Guard's exclusive Big Mouth, the extra large opening and oversized downspouts can handle up to 32 inches of rainfall an hour. And Leaf Guard has a lifetime transferable warranty. Remember, we can bring our factory-owned wheels right to your house and in most cases install Leaf Guard in less than a day. Call now during this program and take advantage of our double savings sale. Double your savings to 20% off a complete Leaf Guard system. Double your bonus to a $200 Visa gift card with purchase, and double your free gift. Receive a $100 gift card with estimate. And the first 50 homeowners who call will receive a vacation voucher with Leaf Guard purchase. Leaf Guard, get it today, protected for life. Call 1-800-541-1274. That's 1-800-541-1274.
Democrats are so desperate to find a leader for their party that this is who they're hyping up?
Jasmine Crockett is actually what the Democrats should be leaning into, like, because she is a phenomenal messenger. And some people just got it. And just the fact that she was able to articulate that in that 3-minute clip that I saw, and it was so powerful and so provocative, and you understood what the root of her issue was. And she got you by just saying, Donald Trump is racist, and this administration is racist, and let me tell you why. And then you get into all of the issues. I'm like, yo, you need somebody like Jasmine Crockett. She is the most effective messenger that the Democratic Party has right now.
Well, if the Democrats want to take their political advice from that guy, go ahead. I encourage it, actually. Newsmax contributor Chrissy Clark and host of nationally syndicated Tony Katz Today, Tony Katz. All right, Chrissy, I mean, you want to put up Jasmine Crockett? Be my guest.
I don't actually think he's wrong, though, Carl. Jasmine Crockett, who once coined the term, not all people who commit crimes are criminals, that might be the Democrats' most effective speaker right now at the time. I don't see any other leading contenders for people who are out there speaking eloquently or even semi-eloquently about the issues on the left. So instead, we have somebody who is out here saying that criminals are not criminals, and that's the most effective person. I don't think he's lying when he's saying that.
Yeah, and the dancing really, you know, that's the thing, Tony, that's really going to put me over the edge is the dancing is great political philosophy.
Oh, no, I know you are big into performative dance as a way of getting messages across. The question for Charlemagne is as follows. It's a two-parter. What's the message and who's it for?
Yeah.
What's the message and who are you trying to message to? You can't tell me that Jasmine Crockett's good at this until you answer those questions. So now for Charlemagne, What's the message, and who's the message to? Because if the message is Trump bad, you have an entire Democratic Party that gives us the message Trump bad, Orange Man bad, all these kinds of terrible things. And the vast majority of America dismissed that in 2024. And with a couple of worthy changes economically, they'll dismiss it in 2026 too.
Right, but can they dance, Tony? That's the question. All right, so Chrissy, a rainbow flag, this is a vandal now, okay, waving a rainbow flag around, ran around New York City last night defacing 3 different churches with anti-Christian graffiti, according to the NYPD. They're still hunting for the suspect, okay? This is my problem with these people, okay? This is the same group of people who want these churches to honor the sanctity of their marriage, of gay marriage. The same people that freaked out because the Supreme Court might have reheard Obergefell versus Hodges, which is the same-sex marriage case. But then they go and deface those same churches. Way to really win us over.
Yeah, exactly. That's such a good point, Carl. I mean, my first reaction was not to be angry, but to feel bad and quite sad for this individual.
Nope,
Christianity is not a hateful religion at all, and I know I'm probably in the minority saying that, but that was my first reaction when I saw all of this. But secondarily, I think there was a little bit of frustration when I was reading this story as well, because we live in a predominantly Christian country. Why are our people in power? Why are our leaders? Why are our elected officials? Why are DAs not more interested in going after people who are calling and wrongly demonizing such a large portion of our country? It's as if the majority doesn't matter to these elected leaders, and it's incredibly disappointing.
In that city, New York City, they just elected Ma'am Danny. That's why. All right, Tony, remember when that woman got kicked out of the Gold's Gym for complaining about a man being in the women's locker room? Well, she went off on Democrat State Senator Weiner, who, by the way, is going to be running for more office after dropping this truth bomb. Roll this.
I have millions of people behind me watching this right now, and we want to know, are you going to protect women? Not trans women, trans women are different things. Women, listen, we need to protect women's safety. I was assaulted. No, they are not. They are men. I was assaulted by one. He broke his wife's jaw so bad she needed reconstructive surgery.
I appreciate your point of view. We need to protect the safety of all women, and that obviously that's incredibly important.
I mean, what a I'm sorry you feel that way. Well, yeah.
There's a lot to this video, but let me give 2 points. First, for this woman whose name is Tish Hyman, this is the first time her entire life, and in this video, she uses a lot of, hey, look at me, I recognize myself, I identify myself by these characteristics. It's a lot of identity politics. And this is the first time in her life she was ever told that her identity politics don't mean anything because their identity politics is what means everything. I think it was pretty shocking for her. But in that clip, Senator Scott Weiner says, we have to protect women and cisgendered women. So now the men who claim to be women are the real women, and the real women, they're called cisgendered women as if somehow they're the separate group. There is a gross, ugly wordplay happening here. And this is the guy, as you were alluding to, Carl, who wants to run for Nancy Pelosi's now open seat in Congress.
Correct. Got to get to this one. We're talking about takeovers here, Chrissy. The AI takeover is next. America's #1 country song is an AI-generated it's like the first AI-generated song ever, Breaking Rust, Walk My Walk. #1 on the country digital song sales board list. But here's the problem. You can't go watch that AI thing in concert. So what's next?
What's next is we're all going to get incredibly stupid because we're going to be relying on all of this AI technology instead of thinking for ourselves, because it's insane what ChatGPT can do. I just want to encourage the listeners to go follow me on Instagram, because I'm about to go record my husband reacting to this song and tell him that it's a new song that I absolutely love, and see what he actually says about it. So stay tuned, Carl. It should be really funny.
What's your Instagram handle?
At the Chrissy Clark.
There you go, the Chrissy Clark. And Tony Katz. We appreciate it very much, guys.
At Tony Katz.
At Tony Katz. Don't forget that one. Cigars and fun. All right, coming up. When you hold the left accountable, they kick and scream. Now, a leftist group wants to punish a federal prosecutor for doing her job, which is going after Tish James for, mortgage fraud, and James Comey for lying, and all those other things. Details next.
I'm Steve Sarkeesian, head football coach at the University of Texas. Energy, blood pressure, it all starts with cardiovascular health. Human delivers championship-level science to fuel circulation for performance and everyday impact. Born from UT Research, backing more than 20 national championships, and for anyone looking to raise their game, even if they don't play one. This isn't just about our athletes. This is for all of us. Cardiovascular health is everything health.
Joining us is Dr. Drew from the Wellness Company with advice for dealing with seasonal colds and flu. Doctor?
Cold and flu season is here, and every year you or a loved one gets sick. Your doctor can't see you. Waiting in a crowded urgent care is brutal. This is a particularly bad cold and flu season, and it's why doctors suggest every family needs an emergency medical kit. Your medical emergency kit is filled with essential prescriptions. It includes antibiotics like generic Z-Pak to get well faster, amoxicillin for pneumonia, strep throat, ear infections, plus prescriptions for nausea and UTIs, and even ivermectin. It's easy. Just match your symptoms to the prescription in your guidebook or call the telemedicine doctor standing by. Take your medication early and feel better faster. Having a medical emergency kit is like having an urgent care in your home. No waiting to see a doctor, no lines at the pharmacy.
Smart advice. We've shared the website and discount code below to save viewers $45. Order now and your kit will be rushed to your door. Thank you, doctor.
My name's Steven Kubrick. I wrestle as Steve Macklin in TNA. Americans shouldn't stand for their heroes sleeping on the streets. Across this great country, there are thousands of veterans with no place to call home. They deserve better. The Tunnel to Towers Foundation is committed to eradicating veteran homelessness by providing housing and critical services. So please help by donating $11 a month at T2T.org. The Tunnel to Towers Foundation. Let us do good.
There's nothing worse than losing your dog before their time. So why do so many dog foods contain awful things a human would never eat? To save his pets, world-famous veterinarian Dr. Marty knew he had to change what was in their bowl.
That's why I created Dr. Marty Nature's Blend, my breakthrough formula that's changed everything about dog food.
Nature's Blend contains nothing but all-natural ingredients, designed to help dogs with everything from digestive issues to itching and paw licking, even moving around better. And that's because Nature's Blend is freeze-dried. So instead of destroying the nutrients with high heat, we gently preserve them, and you'll see the difference in your dog.
Take it from a veterinarian with over 50 years of experience saving dogs' lives. I have never seen a food make this much impact on a dog's health.
Such a huge difference in her health. More energy, more playful, no more pooping issues. He's healthier, he looks better.
Dr. Marty has thousands of 5-star reviews. And for a limited time, get up to 54% off Dr. Marty Nature's Blend, plus a free gift with our special TV offer. Call or go to drmartypets.com/TV. That's drmartypets.com/TV.
Not again. Your cold is coming! Your cold is coming!
Thanks, Revere.
We really need to keep Zycam in the house.
Only if you want to shorten your cold. When you feel a cold coming, shorten it with Zycam.
All right, so the left-wing Campaign for Accountability group, has asked the associations of the Bar Association in Florida and Virginia to investigate Lindsay Halligan, who once served as President Trump's personal lawyer and now is an acting attorney for him. Now, she's brought charges against the disgraced James Comey and Tish James, and now these left-wing groups are accusing her of misconduct, for bringing charges without probable cause. It seems pretty probable to me. I mean, they're trying to hit her also with discussing an active case of the report. Whatever. Campaign for Accountability. You want to play this game wherever you go with it. Conservative lawyers can also play this game. Maybe a group like, I don't know, a well-funded Judicial Watch should fund an army of lawyers to make bar complaints against every single left-wing lawyer, and including attorney generals, anybody that refuses to prosecute cases too. Joe Pags, host of the Joe Pags Show. Sir, why aren't Republicans playing this game too?
Republicans aren't very good at it, Carl. Thanks for having me on again. You know, Letitia James literally ran for office and said, I'm going to get Trump. I'm going to sue him. I'm going to indict him. I'm going to take his businesses. I'm going to get that man. I'm going to get that man. And now she's the top cop in New York State. And still, it took this long to even say she might have done something wrong in Virginia on some mortgage thing. Go after her on corruption. Go after her on using lawfare. Go after her on breaking the constitutional rights of President Trump and his entire family. Mm-hmm. Carl, I don't know why Republicans won't wake the heck up and go, if we play the same game they're playing, play fire with fire, we're going to win because we're on the right more than we are. I think we're afraid to. I think they don't want to get kicked out of the workout gym at the House offices or something, or miss the 3 martini lunch. Otherwise, what's the reason? I don't get it.
Yeah, no, it's shocking to me. And we have groups that do this stuff. We just don't do it because, well, you know, we don't want to stoop to that. Stoop to the level. It's time, Joe.
Well, it's the same thing with the filibuster. Think about it. In 2013, Harry Reid had no problem using it and pushing anything through he wanted to. He went nuclear. And then we waited 43 days, and this thing would have gone on for 60 or 80 days before you could have had enough people who would have said, get rid of the filibuster. They're screwing the American people. So it's time for us to wake up and get more firebrands in there and let's get along with everybody, people.
I was literally just talking about that. All right, remember this? When the guy in Virginia interrupted President Trump in 2019? Roll it.
Right here in Virginia, your predecessors.
Well, that guy, Ibrahim Samira, former Virginia Democrat lawmaker, just confessed to defrauding a federal COVID relief program and has now been sentenced to 3 years of probation, paying $88,000 in restitution. But back in 2020, he fraudulently got $83,000 in paycheck protection funds after creating fake payroll taxes and records for 4 employees he didn't have, okay? And he's saying, oh, I didn't know. I misunderstood the COVID guidelines. Joe, if I misunderstand like a gun law, they will lock me up. There's no excuse.
Well, the good news for him is he didn't want to be sent back in 2019. We're not going to send him back. Just send him to jail. At the end of the day, these people are so loud and so boisterous, and they're so emboldened, and so many of them are dirty, Carl. It's crazy to me. They'll stand in front of any camera, shout somebody down in the middle of a speech, and the guy's dirty as can be. And it was happening right about when he was yelling about how you can't send us back. They have no morality. They have no gauge. They can't read the room. Yeah. And I would be happy to not send him back. He can go straight to jail if he's guilty of this stuff.
Yeah, it sounds about right. I'm totally with you on that one. I'm just fed up. Yeah. I want some bracelets on people, but this is a good start. This is actually interesting, though. In the Senate, the bill to reopen the government, there is a provision which the 8 Republican senators who had their phone records subpoenaed by special counsel Jack Smith in 2023, they have the option to sue, saying, quote, if passed, the measure would allow members to sue in federal court for damages up to $500,000 or more. Whoa, well, and this is what I said. Look, you want something to change? Do something bad to a congressman or a senator.
Get that money. Start suing right now. The Fourth Amendment was violated so badly here, it's not even close. Their constitutional rights, their civil rights were completely violated. They're wiretapping sitting American senators, along with 150 other conservatives and Republicans. Without even thinking twice about it, Carl. They thought, I can do this because I'm Jack Smith, I'm Merrick Garland, I'm Joe Biden, I'm Kamala Harris. I can do this, and they can do nothing. Get the money. And not only that, that's civil. I want there to be criminal charges against Merrick Garland, Jack Smith, everybody down the line. You cannot violate the Fourth Amendment because you feel like getting an upper hand in the next election. It's horrible. I'm so glad they're able to do this. Yeah. Get the money.
No, 100%. Get the money. I mean, it's all ultimately going to come out of taxpayer funds anyway, because that's how this all hoopla works. But at least we'll get some accountability so it doesn't happen. Yes. Joe Pags, where do people find your show, brother?
Just go to joepags.com. You'll see it 6 to 9 p.m. Eastern time, Monday through Friday. Don't tune in at all until Carl's done. I'm not asking you to do that, but come and check us out. We're a couple hours after that, Carl. Thank you.
It's nice for you to take a break from your show to be on mine. Joe Pags, appreciate
I love it. Thanks, brother.
All right, coming up, could mortgages become more affordable? Bill Pulte might just be finding a way to make that happen. It's not through 50-year mortgages. Details next.
Tommy Copper's zip-up full back support shirt is redefining compression.
If you do this, or this, or sometimes even this, Tommy Copper's got this.
The ultimate muscle-supporting, pain-fighting compression shirt that zips on easily.
So that you can do all this. Thank you, Tommy Copper.
Fight back pain. Go to TommyCopper.com and save 40% site-wide today.
You need this. Trust me.
Do you have a yo-yo smile? Sometimes yellow, sometimes white. It's a constant battle between everyday stains and whitening treatments. Until now, get Smile Actives, the daily teeth whitening breakthrough that gives you a more youthful smile and helps you keep it.
At 43 years old, I don't mess around with products that waste my time. Smile Actives is easy, and it works. No gloopy trays, no messy strips. Just add a little bit on top of your toothpaste when you brush your teeth. And ta-da! White teeth.
Just add Smile Actives to your favorite toothpaste and watch the magic happen. Our patented Polyclean microfoam lifts away deep stains for a dramatically younger and whiter smile.
You have a choice. You can have those yellow teeth and just be old Nana or Pop-Pop, or you can be smiling and dazzling and full of confidence. I love my white teeth.
Scan, click, or call for your whitest smile yet. And if you order right now, we'll double your whitening free. Get an extra Smile Actives as our free gift to you, but only while supplies last.
I drink coffee every day. I started noticing that my teeth were not as bright as I like them to be, a little dingy. The Smile Active, it works. Got your boy gleaming.
100% of users saw whiter teeth. Smile Actives lifts away even the toughest stains from coffee, wine, and food, gently restoring your bright, youthful smile. Plus, it's safe for veneers, crowns, and dentures.
It's really a no-brainer if you want to whiten your teeth.
Clinically shown to brighten your teeth 5 shades whiter in just 7 days.
If you could use something so easy like Smile Actives to take yellow teeth to white teeth, why wouldn't you?
Act now. Get Smile Actives for just $24.95 and we'll double your order. Free. But hurry, this deal won't last. Smile Actives is guaranteed to work. Whiten your teeth or get your money back. No questions asked. Don't wait. Get Smile Actives for just $24.95 and we'll send you a second bottle absolutely free. That's free shipping. A free extra bottle. That's an incredible 58% savings. Scan the code, go to smileactives.com or call to get your beautiful whiter smile now.
A peace plan for Gaza. For the plan to advance, Hamas must disarm. Instead,
tonight, terrifying images emerging from Gaza. Videos show Hamas-linked gunmen carrying out a public execution as they return to the streets.
Hamas on a rampage, executing Palestinians, bloody crackdown, spreading terror. For freedom, not terror, Hamas must go.
Well, you ever heard of commercial mortgage-backed securities, also known as CMBS? Well, the delinquency rates have increased to record highs. Basically, people can't pay their mortgages on commercial properties anymore. As of October 2025, the office rate nearly doubled, going from 6% to almost 12% delinquencies. But we've been warning you guys this was going to happen for 2 years now. The real issue here is commercial real estate, which is looking down the barrel of a potential need to raise their tenants' rates by more than 30% in the coming year. That's when an estimated more than 20% of America's corporate real estate will be required by the terms of their loan to refinance at the new interest rates. Told you so. John Jordan, economist, and Richard Stern, director of economic policy at the Heritage Foundation. All right, so look, Rich, this is something that people like us have been all three of us on this panel have been warning people for 2-3 years, and now it's coming home to roost. What now?
Oh, absolutely. Look, this is the problem with government spending and with the Fed's monetary policy, is they play around with the interest rates and they play back and forth between inflation and high interest rates, trying to paper over the burdens created by reckless government spending. And ultimately, it creates exactly this problem where businesses get into contracts that they can keep for a while, but can't keep when the monetary environment changes on them. Look, as long as the government runs these deficits, and as long as the Fed waffles between high inflation, high interest rate, it's going to cause these catastrophic problems, and it's going to be a noose around our necks.
Right, but John, the other part of this thing is obviously residential mortgages too. They just dropped the credit score requirement. We used to be 630 was the floor. Fannie Mae and Freddie Mac are dropping this to no credit score. I mean, this is kind of what caused 2008. Hey, you don't need income requirements. Hey, you don't need down payments. Take 110% mortgage. No worries. Now, no credit score?
Yeah, this is really dangerous. You run the risk of creating that type of bubble, especially with these non-conforming or otherwise known as liar loans, where you can just put down and there's no verification of income. To really get housing back under control, to really rebuild and get people into houses, it has to be done thoughtfully. Rates have to come down, and that means, by the way, inflation has to come down, because that's really what drives long-term rates, that and federal borrowing. So when you shrink the deficit, you reduce energy prices, which is a huge component of inflation. Believe it or not, that brings real interest costs down and allows bankers and underwriters to write types of quality loans that can be securitized and aren't going to be disruptive to our financial system.
Well, Rich, here's another one. Bill Pulte, the director of Federal Housing and Finance Agency, tweeted out this today: portable mortgages, which are not really available, or no one's ever really used them here in the United States, but it would be a way for homeowners to bring a mortgage on one house, roll the equity right into the next house, keep the same mortgage at the same rate. This way, if mortgage rates go up like they did under Biden, you would be able to keep. This would create massive liquidity in the market.
Well, it does, but you got to keep in mind, to have that liquidity, it means ultimately that the Fed is the one printing inflationary dollars to do it. Look, you're right. It's great if you're the one with the loan, but it's bad for the banks. It's bad for other people in the housing market.
Mm-hmm.
It's going to draw a lot of cash in, which will bring house prices up, not down. So if you already own a home and you already own a portable
like
mortgage,
boomers.
you're great. Exactly. But everybody else is the one paying for it. And it's really the Fed at the end of the spigot who's guaranteeing these and trying to keep the rates down by printing more money. And that's what all of these demand side ventures are. It's just a fancy way of the Fed printing more inflationary
Rich,
dollars.
This is like music to my ears. Just eliminate the Fed, repeal the 16th Amendment. You know, we should not be paying any of these federal taxes. We should do all this stuff. Get rid of all of it. Walk through Fort Knox. Do all the things that you said you were going to do, and this problem could be fixed. But, you know, the one guy, I'll actually be honest, John, Scott Bessent, I was like, this guy, no good to me because he was tied in with the Soros funding. I was wrong about this guy. He's doing a great job. He's annihilating people, including MSNBC this morning. He actually called them out on their talking. Just watch. It's great.
Can you explain to those here who are feeling the pinch, including America's farmers, why the United States is helping out Argentina?
Well, do you know what a swap line is?
It's currency swap, yes.
Yes, but what is that?
You're the Treasury Secretary.
Yes, but why would you call it a bailout?
That is how...
In most bailouts, you don't make money. The U.S. government made money.
Oh, John, I love it when they try to outsmart you and make you look stupid, and it turns out they're the morons.
Yeah, Carl, we disagree on some things, but I'll tell you, we sure agree on Scott Bessent. I started off in the same place as you. I didn't think he was going to be that great a pick, but man, oh man. Not only does he explain what the administration is trying to do, he's actually it's what they're doing that's so great. He's treating the United States Treasury and the American public as their customers, as people we're trying to advance America's interests, try to make money for the American taxpayer. Doing that in a number of ways, like he pointed out in Argentina, and then reducing our borrowing costs by changing how we sell treasuries, how we sell U.S. debt.
Mm-hmm.
And President Trump is out there trying to bring business into the United States. No other administration has spent such a vociferous such terrific advocacy for the American taxpayer and the United States. It's treating it like a business. You have smart people in charge, and now the American taxpayers are going to reap the benefits.
Yeah, well, I mean, investing in other people's currency, boosting their economy is, you know, Mark 1 Mod O way to boost money coming in revenue because it's an investment. It's not giving free stuff to people. But Richard, John, we appreciate it.
Always a pleasure. Thank you.
All right, before we go, the end of an era over 230 years in the making. I'll give you my 2 cents next. The press won't report the real story.
The American people are actually very smart.
Ridiculous statements.
These guys are just plain weird.
Actual scandals.
Even the immunity decision. I mean, that decision was so misreported.
That's my job, and I aim to do it every night.
Hi, folks. I'd like to tell you about YRefi. Did you know that as an accredited investor, when you invest in YRefi, your interest rate is fixed? And did you know that you can invest from 1 to 5 years and you can spread your investment over those terms to best suit your needs? And you have the freedom to take your monthly interest income or reinvest it, whatever you choose. When you invest in YRefi, your interest is calculated daily, you're paid monthly, and should you need your money back early, there is a liquidity feature. Would you like more information? All you have to do is call 877-80-INVEST. That's 877-80-INVEST, or log on to investyrrefi.com. That's investyrrefi.com for complete details. And make sure you review the private placement memorandum and scan this QR code to view the disclosure at your leisure. YRefi, investing in America's future.
This is keratin debris, where nail fungus grows. Nonex nail gel cleans out fungus by removing keratin debris. Using Nonex, 90% of nails improve. Get clinically proven results. Nonex is made in the USA and so effective, it's money-back guaranteed. Lift out the fungus with Nonex. For clear, healthy-looking nails, use Nonex Fungal Nail Clarifying Gel. Buy Nonix at Amazon, CVS, Walgreens, and Walmart.
Drop is finally here. Drop delivers the weight loss benefits of GLP-1 injections in easy-to-use oral drops, no needles.
That's right. The two big drawbacks with weight loss injections are high costs and weekly injections. Drop is flavorless and odorless, so you can just add it to water or your favorite beverage. Drop offers other advantages over injections too. With Drop, you can personalize your dosage based on your weight loss goals.
And because you add Drop to any liquid, there's no concern about injection site infections, bruising, or dosage confusion.
Drop is the easier, safer, cost-effective alternative to help you achieve your weight loss goals without the needles.
Can't find it anywhere? The Wellness Company has it. No consultation needed. Simply order online and use promo code SLIM to save $100. Visit dropthepounds.com/slim. That's promo code SLIM at dropthepounds.com/slim.
Think you need a new roof? Think again and save thousands.
We're America's most trusted roofer because we always try to save your roof rather than replace it.
We'll restore your roof for a fraction of the cost of a new one. Call now or scan the code and we'll give you an assessment of your roof for free.
If a parent or loved one has been diagnosed with mesothelioma, we are here to help. With our MesoCare promise and decades of experience exclusively helping mesothelioma victims and their families, our firm will fight for the care and compensation you and your family deserve. We'll come to you and put a plan in place. Please call now.
Call now and we'll come to you for a free consultation. Call now at 800-664-2000 or go to mesobook.com.
Look what I just found. No ding decline on the Experian app. They show me credit cards that won't hurt my credit if I'm not approved. Turns out I care about my credit health too. Get the app from your big financial friend. Experian.
The end of an era. The last United States penny was minted in Philadelphia today, officially ending the nation's production of the 1 cent coin. According to the U.S. Mint, each penny cost nearly 4 cents to make, meaning that the 3.2 billion pennies minted last year cost the American people more than $100 million. So how many pennies are in circulation? Let's ask the Associated Press.
There are about 114 billion pennies currently in circulation in the United States. That's $114 billion.
They actually published that. No, you have to divide it by 100, so $114 billion is actually $1.14 billion. You can even Google this, but Google's AI got it wrong. Look at this. This is crazy to me. The result would have been $114 million. Is anything, I don't know, math aside, the penny was first introduced in 1793, and our nation's infancy has been pretty good. 232 years run for the 1 cent piece. The penny now becomes the first discontinued coin since half-cent coins was killed in 1857. Rob?
Yeah.
Half my salary right here. You can keep the
your
change.
2 cents. Your 2 cents.
That's my 2
right
cents.
There. They got to get rid of the penny, though. I mean, I think at this point, a dime is probably the smallest we need to go, isn't it?
Probably.
I mean,
like,
with
I don't
inflation as it is.
Places I go,
sorry about
I say keep the change. So.
Keep the change. Carl, thanks so much.
Have a good one, man.
Good to see you. All right.